Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Love Witch. We're super excited that you're here with us today because today we're going to be talking about spirit guides and more directly, spirit guides and soulmates. So, how do your spirit guides help you find your soulmate? And what is that connection spiritually between you and your spirit guide? So, I'm really excited to talk about this topic with you today. I also have my beautiful daughter and moderator, Lonnie, here with me. So we're going to actually, hi, Lonnie. So we're actually going to be even taking some questions and answers in the chat room to give you some information from your spirit guide team. So I'm really happy about that. But before that, we're going to just stay here for a minute and welcome everybody as you're tuning in. So this is what number broadcast this is.
Oh my gosh, we should have kept track.
Yeah, we'll have to start keeping
Episode celebration or something.
Yes, exactly.
Get some champagne out.
Yeah. Personal messages that you can use to kind of create the life that you're creating this year in the beautiful 2020. 2021.
2021.
Well, I don't care. I'll say beautiful 2020 because I think it needs that energy. So we'll just put some beauty around that and like soften it. But yes, as we're moving into 2021, I just have to say there has been such an opening spiritually, and it does have to do with the Great Conjunction. Yes, we are in the age of Aquarius. We're having so many different energies on the planet that are absolutely beautiful. And I felt the energy coming into the year. Actually, in 2020, I felt the energy beginning to shift. I felt more soulmates coming down. And now that we're actually in 2021, I have literally seen this huge spiritual energetic opening for new spirit guides to rush in. And why not? We actually get new spirit guides every time we have a major life event, a change in our life path, when we really desire something different. We have a different team of spirit guides that comes in to work with us through the next however many years. It might be 1 year, it might be 10 years. It might just be until you get on your path or you finesse your career to a certain level. So we have a whole team of spirit guides. And right now, in this beautiful transitional up-leveling energy, we have been getting new spirit guides. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I'd like to see who's in the chat room. Oops, my computer's stuck. One moment. Which one do I go on? Oh, there. Oh, Diana Waddell, welcome. It's nice to see you, honey. Thank you. I'll tell Bob and Punky. Punky was like a little upset with us this morning because Bob and I left town for the night. We went down to Trumpelo and went down to Beatles Bar and Restaurant, which is his nephew owns that with his family, and they run the whole thing. It's a great place. And they had a fabulous thing going on last night. So we went down for that event, spent the night. And Punky was roaming the house looking for us and not too pleased that we weren't here for him. So, of course, Lonnie always comes over to spend time with Punky so he doesn't get too lonely. But he does snub us a little bit in the morning when we get home. So I will send them your love. It'll take him about probably till this afternoon before he's over it and he's happy again. He's just trying to
Gotta give him some lobster first.
Yeah, we have to sweeten the pot and give him some good treats. Hi, Lori. Welcome. Good afternoon. Lori, where are you tuning in from? I always like to know where people are coming in from because the more these broadcasts are getting out there, we're talking to people in India and Australia and the UK and Ireland, and it's so great. All over the United States. Hi, Kim. Kim Bates just joined us. Elaine Kay. Hi, welcome. So nice to see everybody here. If you're just tuning on, I'm going to let you know we're going to be talking about spirit guides and soulmates and what that connection is for everybody. So it's going to be great. And also, if you're interested in getting a little bit of information, we'll be doing that for a few people. We don't have time to go through everybody, but we will bring you some information about your spirit guides because we've got some new ones. All right. So I'd also, we got more people. All right. We've got Mary Flynn, the Moon Mermaid. Welcome, welcome from California. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. Okay.
Moon Mermaid, I love that.
I know, it's cool. Very
Sounds
cool
so
name.
magical.
Okay, so Lonnie, if you guys don't know this about my daughter, most of you do. If you've ever worked with me before, attended any classes, or been around at all, you'll know that my daughter's forte is spirit guides. She's been connecting with them and drawing them for people and painting them for people ever since she was very little. And then she began to do that professionally. So she is spot on with spirit guides, and that's like one of her passions. She loves to connect with people and tell them like which guides are there with them, what their purpose is, how long they've been there, and what their guidance is. So she's going to be joining us today, and it's just part of what we do as mediums, as healers. We're connected to the spiritual realm, so it's always really joyful to connect with spirit guides. So I know a lot of you have questions. We'll go through some of them today because I get sent in questions all the time about this topic. Now, a lot of people actually wonder if they've had a loved one that passed, if they could become a spirit guide. And I actually love those types of spirit guides. We actually refer to them more as spirit guardians. But yes, they do join your spirit guide team. And that's a really special connection. And the funny thing is, sometimes you may not have had the most ideal relationship with them while they were living, but after they pass, sometimes they vow to stay with you in the spirit world to help you and help you complete your mission, to help you heal the issues that you had with them, to make their amends to you. There's all kinds of different reasons why they decide to stay with you. And this is totally by free will. This is something, it's a high calling. It's something that they've chosen to do. And so a lot of you will actually feel them around you quite often, pretty much on a daily basis. I always tell people I've got two loved ones in the spirit world that are spirit guardians. And that's my little sister, Mary, and my friend, Dickie. They're always around and they have totally opposite energy. So it's really easy for me to tell them apart. And then I have this enormous other spirit team because I've been doing this work a long time. I have guides that have helped me with my mediumship. I have guides that have helped me with my healing. I have guides that have stayed with me as guardians because I've crossed over so many spirits in need. And sometimes they're so grateful and thankful they like to work with me and then help me help other people. So if you're a healer or a psychic or a medium, you'll start to get a huge, huge spirit team. But I would say most people have about 6 to 7 that are around them at all times. And then those can shift and change throughout their life. So let's say you get a new job and you're really learning a new skill and you need some help and assistance to do this. You'll actually get a new spirit guide come in that was proficient at it, that was really expert at it, that knows how to help you to shift into this new role in your life and to make it easier for you to learn. Sometimes it's really, really helpful to just like peace out and like get your connection and ask them. You know, you could actually do this in a meditation. You can do it while you're sitting quietly in a bathtub. However you get your peace of mind in your quiet space, then you just ask them, you know, identify yourself, come to me, or what do you help me with? Or I'm looking for a new job. This is what I prefer to do. I'm calling in all the guides and spirit helpers that can help me get this new role or show up in a new way in my own life. And you will start noticing that not only does your own energy change, but you're actually attracting in specifically spirit guides that can help you with this new role and this new energy. So I love that. It's not set in stone. And that's what I love about spirit guides. If you knew your spirit guides 10 years ago, most likely they've changed, especially if you've had an epiphany, a big life event that put you on a different path. If you had a crisis or you've been going through healing, you have called in new guides. And what we're going through globally with the age of Aquarius and this big, big opening cosmically is that all these new spirit guides have come in to work with us in our new energy. And it's quite beautiful. It's very impactful. And it's going to make a big, huge difference in our heart space, the way we're able to communicate and connect with others including our guides, our spirit team, our loved ones in heaven, but also, and more specifically, how we're able to call in our soulmate. And not just our one romantic life partner soulmate, but also soulmate friends, soulmate companions, our huge soul family, and our soul group. So we're totally in this energy right now. And I want to help you guys bring this in and feel it, raise your love vibration, and just really, really get into that self-love vibe and experience all the love that there is for you out there right now. So we've got more people. Yay. We've got Allison. Thank you so much for joining from the UK. Thank you. Thank you so much, Allison. Candace, thank you so much for joining us. All right. And Kim wants to know about her spirit guides. Yeah. So I'd like to give a shout out. I love being able to do this. Do we have the hashtag love win?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to take a moment. This is part of my show. This is part of what I teach. And I really want you guys to take this to heart. When you have something really special and important that you're proud of, I want you to share it. Okay. If it's some self-love for yourself, that is a love win. If you meet someone new and that spark goes off and you're experiencing this like excitement and romance, that's a hashtag love win. If you fall in love, if you get married, whatever it is that lights you up, that surrounds you in love, whether it's self-love, love for another, or if you're getting flirted with, even that's a hashtag love win. I really, really want you to share that. So please continue to share those down in the comments. During the video while it's live, if you're listening to this on playback, put that in the comments below. I want to support that. I want to focus on that energy. I want that energy to grow. And we're all going to be having tons and tons of love wins. So that's going to be hashtag love win. Okay. The first one I'd like to really call out is for Kim Bates. She has very quietly on her own been kicking ass in her life and lost 40 pounds because she's getting fine-tuned. She's learning to really, really love herself. She's valuing herself. And she has done this because she's ready for her soulmate. And what better way to draw in your soulmate than really nurturing and caring for yourself? So Kim, I just wanted to tell you, we're so proud of you. The Love Witch is proud of you. My whole team is proud of you. And that's a huge, huge hashtag love win. So congratulations and keep it going. Keep it going. Keep loving yourself and putting your needs first. Keep taking really, really good care of your body. I'm very, very excited for you. So you didn't get to see her when she came, Lonnie.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, but I just think it's amazing. And I've been telling people about you, Kim. I'm so proud of you. It's difficult when you make that choice. Well, I think making the choice is difficult. I think once you make the choice, then you just follow the steps, right? So if anybody's on the fence with that right now, it's all about self-love. It's such a beautiful gift to give yourself when you start to just enhance your health, your vitality. Sometimes that means losing weight. Sometimes that means exercising more, eating better, whatever it is. Those are all hashtag love win. If you're doing any of that, please put that in the comments. We love to see that and we want to support that for you. So Candace, welcome. Yes. Yes, Diana. Yes, right? I know. It's exciting. You guys should talk and share some tips on that because I was like blown away. I'm like, what is going on? She like just 40 pounds is a lot. It's significant. It's phenomenal. So, wow. Okay. So, let's see. I also have another hashtag love win, which is really, really sweet and special. My godfather, who is also my Uncle John, just got married. So he's just a little bit younger than my dad and was widowed a number of years ago and then met this really sweet woman, actually re-met her at a high school reunion. And they began spending time together. They were, became friends, started doing different things. And They just got married. I got this beautiful text telling me that I got a new aunt because they just got married on January 6th. So, John Palm and Lee, I just want to say I'm so, so very happy for you. This is a channel that celebrates love. We celebrate union. We celebrate love and coming together and partnership and all these beautiful heart energies. So I just want to say congratulations from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being a couple that came together during this time to love each other and spread love on the planet. So
keep sharing your loved ones with us, you guys. We want to talk about this. We
yes,
want to continue to boost that energy and support each other. That's what this channel's all about. You know,
yes,
this channel and the Love Witch and everything, it's all about boosting love and sharing love and being able to, you know, kind of collaborate and build that energy as individuals, but also as like a group consciousness. Like love is such an amazing energy, and it's really, you know, kind of the most important energy. So
yeah, when they say like love is all there is, it's like always that's an idea, but when you
Yeah.
actually get into the energy and the vibration of love, it really is, because love is one of those things that can move and shift so many other things. And when I'm saying things, I'm talking about real concrete reality. It changes and bends many other universal laws. The law, there's not technically a law of love, but there's a law of compassion that bends and molds all other things. And love is in there. Love is all that there is, and that's what we're aspiring to. But on our way up to that vibration, we get into high vibrations that actually change many, many other universal laws. So that means that you can actually tap into a lot of magic in your life with a high love vibration.
Yeah, so keep sharing your loved ones with us. We'll share them every week. We'll
yes,
put yours up on a banner and congratulate and you know, let's keep boosting that energy and like
yeah,
supporting that for each other.
We really want to support that for you. So whatever you have, you're going to do something nice for yourself, fall in love, like I said, fall in love, flirt, date, whatever it is, buy yourself a new outfit. You just share that right here so that we can continue to expand this network and support and love. Okay. Candace is in here. Oh, thank you so much, Candace. I know, and he doesn't even know that I did the shout out. I'll have to send him a copy of this later. I'm just so happy for him. And I always tell people, you know, I've told people, and I actually included it in my love book, the story of my grandma who got married in her 90s. Love, it's not over till it's over, right? It's never over till it's over. There is always someone to love. Sometimes I hear, oh, I'm too old, I'm this or that. There's all these excuses, and it's like, oh, no, not at all. It is never, ever, ever too late for love. In fact, you have more opportunities for love every moment. And every time you raise your vibration, you increase that ability for you to experience that and have that energy in your life. So I love to share those stories. In fact, right now, if anybody, Lonnie, you want to show me the love box quick?
Yeah.
So if you guys haven't seen this on social media, so I have my new book called The Love Book, which is helping you find your soulmate, right? And in that, I have some special little goodies that I'm giving away. I'm doing a drawing. Lonnie's going to share the link with you. It's called The Love Box. If you're interested in joining up for that, she's going to share the link, and you have to go through that link to give me your email to be entered into this contest. We're going to select somebody on February 14th, on Valentine's Day, of course, to win the Love Box. And it's going to show up like this. It's a really pretty keepsake box. It'll have a copy of my love book in it. It'll have your own love charm bag, which is special and blessed by us. It'll have a love potion, which Lonnie and I have made and also blessed.
Filled with really special essential oils that are really good for drawing in love.
Yes.
Really high vibrational.
Yes.
They all work together in harmony.
They all
it smells amazing. It's so great.
Very mild, but it like really shifts your energy. That's why it's like, it's very, very subtle, but like the components in it will really, really increase your love vibration and help you attract in your soulmate. We also include a little pink candle and a little bundle of sage. So you'll know more about all this when you read the book, the Love Book, because it'll show you how to clear your space, how to light the candle, and why we do all these things to increase our love vibration. So included in that will be my book, the Love Book. And actually, the love book has many different essential oils for attracting love. This one here is for the love potion, which is my favorite, but there are other ones that are more specific to hot, steamy passion or just divine feminine energy. So check that out if you haven't already. But definitely, please join the contest. I can't wait to see who wins the love box. We're going to have this all over social media on every platform with the link to join the contest. And again, we will be announcing that on February 14th. We'll announce it here at the Love Witch Live and then share it on social media afterwards. So be sure you check that out. Okay. So, and of course, this week, as all weeks, we will also be giving away another love charm bag. And we love to do this so much. We love to make these for you guys. It's kind of just like nice time that I can spend with Lonnie, where we're putting all our magical components in here and really drawing in and focusing the love and infusing these bags. And everywhere we send these all around the world, we're just increasing the love vibration, connecting you to like the larger heart of the universe and helping you to attract your soulmate. So we just love sending these out. If you're interested in one this week, we do the drawing every single Sunday. So what you do is hashtag love charm bag in the chat. And at the end of this episode, we'll select somebody today to mail this to. Okay, so make sure you're doing that if you're interested. Okay, so let's talk some more about the soulmates and spirit guides, how they're interrelated. And please ask your questions. I love so much when you ask me your questions about your spirit guides and soulmates. There's so I'm like already starting to get some information, so I'm trying not to channel yet. But we come in a little quick update about soulmates and spirit guides. Okay, so we have agreements before we even come here. Who we're going to meet, who we're going to interact with, who we're going to learn from, what families we're going to have, and what spirit guides we're going to come in with. Which ones are going to be assigned to help us right from the start, to oversee us, to make sure that we're aligning and having these synchronicities to move us out of situations or to move us towards a mentor or to help us learn what we need to learn as a soul so that we can continue to advance. Now, spirit guides are different than angels. Angels are definitely a whole different vibration, and they are always there guarding you too. But spirit guides interact with your life more in a physical way. They're going to be real specific to the goals that you have set up for yourself in this life. And when you change your path, you do get new spirit guides. And you can do that on purpose. Sometimes people feel not really connected to their spirit guides. Maybe they're quiet. Maybe they don't recognize the help that they're receiving. That's okay. You might just have really subtle guides, but they're there and they are helping. Trust me, they're doing a lot in the background to help you kind of meet your mark as you move through life. But if you feel like you want to bring in more spirit guides or more specific spirit guides, let's say you want to learn music, you can literally call in a specific spirit guide. And this can be a human being that lived on earth that has passed and gone to heaven. It does not pull them out of heaven because once they're on that level, they're able to separate their energy. They're able to be in many, many places all at once. They can help millions of people all at the same time because they're not contained in one vessel. They're everywhere. So you could literally pull in Mozart. You could literally pull in anybody that you want to help assist you, and they will come in as a spirit guide and start working with you and help you advance in whatever other area that you're trying to advance in. So I love that about spirit guides. Some spirit guides you actually knew in this life. They're people that passed and they've come back as spirit guardians. Some spirit guides were your friends or your family in previous lifetimes, and they decided to have another experience with you here in this physical world, but as a spirit guide, rather than living through all the trials and tribulations as a physical being. So many times our spirit guides are from a past life. We have celestial spirit guides, that are like what would you say, Lonnie? Like interplanetary, extraterrestrial,
Yeah.
different energies, not like really like
Interdimensional, just
Yeah,
higher
just
vibrational beings.
yeah, just higher vibrational beings. And we can also have ascended masters. The ascended masters, when they come in as spirit guides, sometimes they'll appear as like 7 or 8 feet tall. It's a big energy when you connect with them. And it's really normal to have a spirit guide that is from your original bloodline. So if it's like an indigenous area, it would be normal for you to have like an ancestor of that bloodline from that area, at least one of those that kind of brings forward different information from your people. So we have many, many influences from all over, and it's absolutely amazing how they help us. So does anybody have questions about that? Oh, I see some people doing hashtag love charm bag. Awesome. Um, Champagne, hello. Okay. Do you want to put her question up, honey?
Yeah.
It's a little bit small for me to read. Okay, so you want to read it?
This is what I'm having a hard time with. I feel pulled towards different guides and also have been on my journey for about 3 years now and still don't know who my spirit guide is.
Okay. So what I love, and because we have a huge team and they all have different specific purposes, you're probably not wrong if you've tapped in or felt some before. A lot of times they'll introduce themselves to you in a dream. Sometimes you just suddenly feel pulled to, let's say you're just living your life and all of a sudden you have a sudden real interest to learn everything about Egypt and the pyramids or their spirituality. You probably just got an Egyptian guide that's trying to open up some secret mystical doorways for you. So that's kind of how it can come in subtly for you. But let me see here. Do you want to see if you get one for Champagne, Lonnie?
Yeah, it's as far as connecting with spirit guides, it's definitely a little bit easier if it's more of like a one-on-one conversation, so I can like harness the energy and like kind of tap into your specific energy. But the great thing about spirit guides is that, like you said before, everyone has its own individual purpose. It really depends on what's going on in your life at the time. Sometimes, as you mentioned, you're learning a new skill. I also find sometimes when we lose loved ones, we have spirit guides that sort of step in, that specialize in helping us through the grieving process, which I think is, I just got, she ushered me forward.
I'm like, come talk, come talk.
So oftentimes I find that, I'll give a little sit. I oftentimes find that spirit guides help us through the grieving process. So sometimes those,
we'll feel a lot of angels around the death of a loved one.
Absolutely.
But also your spirit guide team, they never leave you. They're right there helping you with that process.
Absolutely. And also like learning a new skill. Maybe you're an apprentice, maybe you're going to school for something, maybe you're like going to be a doctor or an artist or some kind of like skill that you're going to use in the world. People kind of step forward, or spirit guides step forward in your life to sort of help you through that learning process and through that learning curve, because they've already mastered that skill. So as far as individual guides go, it's a little bit easier to connect with energies when I can kind of like hear a voice and like hear that resonance.
Well, that's when you go really deep into it and get a really detailed message. But today I thought we just like tap in quickly, just give like a little bit so that they have something to work with to start to go home and maybe meditate on, or start writing letters to them and start opening up that communication and dialogue with a different spirit guide. So I do actually, I am getting a little bit Champagne that you do have a kind of like an apprentice type of spirit guide with you that's helping you with something. It feels like their study, or because I'm actually seeing like a big book and writing, and I feel like you have a spirit guide that's helping you with learning something new. So I don't know if this is actually having to do with school in a traditional sense, or if it's something else that you're learning, but it does feel like you have somebody that came in with this, and it feels like it's a male spirit guide. And I feel like it has something longevity wise. This particular guide is going to be helping you also with your career path. So something with this new skill is going to intertwine with your career. So I don't know if you've recently kind of made your focus in a different direction with that, or where you want to go in your career or your career goals. But this one's going to be kind of guiding you and helping you along with that. It does feel like in a past life, what I'm getting is this was like a blacksmith, someone that would like make horseshoes and work with metal, and almost like an alchemist, and how he would use different materials and change them. And what's the word for that when they're making the horseshoes with the fire and
like smithing?
Yeah, well, I don't know, but he feels like really like with his hands making stuff. But there's something about him. I don't know if you're connected to horses or if this is just his influence, but he's showing me like what he learned in his lifetime working in this way with his community, with the animals, and in business, how to help you like almost like change those horseshoes into coin. You know what I mean? Like he's showing you how to make money. So there's a new skill that he's come in to help you with, regardless of what your particular skill is that you're learning. His energies come forth to work with you. And it feels like a name of Leopold. That's what I'm getting. So, okay. So let's see what else we've got here. Okay. Oh, Diana, how do you find out who they are? Great question. So do you have a certain process for that, Lonnie? Like when you're like introducing for the first time your team?
Like my individual team or
Yeah.
support? So it's really funny. I think
Yeah, come back over here. Where are you going?
All right. Okay. It's funny for me. It's always very individual. Every spirit guide is different, just like every human being is different. Everyone has different communication styles. There's some guides that come to me in a dream, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like new guy.
Oh my God, will you tell your story about the one that you just recently introduced herself?
Which one?
Was it the one in nature?
Nature.
Or with the deer skulls?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, will you tell that story?
Okay, so this is kind of okay. This is funny because it's sort of a spirit guide, but it's sort of like an energy, kind of like a goddess type energy, I guess you would say.
Guide. Yeah.
But she works as a sort of spirit guide as well, which is really cool. But I had friends, so I'm kind of I'm a little bit like the Wednesday Addams of my friend group, like in the best possible way. So I love. I got started.
Why don't you stay here?
No, it's okay. You can stay. Okay. You can stay. Yeah, I'm very comfy on this little armrest. It's actually surprisingly cushiony. So deer are my spirit animal, and it's funny because I've kind of been drawn to them for my whole life, but it's not really one that I would pick necessarily for me. I've always been like, oh, wolves are so cool and like spooky, or cats. I love cats, right? But for some reason, deer have constantly been coming to me, so I've developed this really strong connection with them on a personal level. So for me, that's very much more of a spirit animal, and that helps me with my mediumship. It helps me with my intuition, my spirituality.
Let's stop there for a second. Yes, you can have spirit guides that are animals too.
Yes.
Yeah. So animal totems, they're basically like called to you as a spirit guide.
Yeah.
So those are the same thing as well. So we will have animal ones as well as human ones, as well as intergalactic energy one, all the gamut, the full gamut.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. So that's been coming to me for a long time in dreams. And I know whenever that kind of comes up in my life, it's like I'm learning these spiritual skills, or my intuition is getting stronger, or something like that. So it's always really good confirmation, and just kind of like a little heads up of like, hey, like, there's stuff going on like on a deeper level that you might not be aware of, but then it kind of like lets me know. But I have always wanted to have like a deer skull or something that would sort of like be a symbolic representation and like a physical connection to that animal. And I've always found skulls to be very beautiful. I'm an artist, so for me, I'm very much, and also like being the Wednesday Addams of my friend group, I'm always like very drawn to that kind of like spooky side of stuff. But I also have like a great reverence for the animal and the respect for that spirit. So it's not just spooky. It's also like a quality that kind of you get to carry with you. That's very beautiful and a great honoring of that living being and that energy. So
it's like having an effigy of that particular animal, just like how people would carry rabbit's foot or anything else. Wearing furs, all the Native Americans that would wear their furs, they make tools out of their bones. I mean, it's connecting you with that animal in a different, unique way. So
absolutely,
yeah, it's all about honor, actually.
So having that connection, I had started having a lot of signs sort of coming to me recently, and I was kind of like, what is something else is going on? I feel like there's like a new guy that's entered into my life. I'm not sure who it is or where it's coming from. Normally it's more of like a clear, like I can like envision who it is. But this was somebody that I wasn't entirely familiar with. And I had two different friends be like, hey, I have a deer skull for you. I'm not going to tell you where I found it. No, just kidding. They both found him in the woods. They were respectful. Very important. But yeah, they both brought them to me and they're like, hey, like I have these gifts for you. And I was like, this is so weird because my friends are like normally creeped out a little bit by that kind of thing. But they're both like, hey, so I have something for you. And that's what it was. But the connection to the spirit guide is really interesting because that is one of the symbols of that energy. And the energy is it's like a goddess type energy, but that's just kind of like a word that we use to describe somebody that has like achieved some sort of like higher vibrational energy or enlightenment, or somebody that can come back as a guide, as to kind of be of service to humanity in some way to assist people on their spiritual journeys. But the name was Hecate, which I had heard in the past but wasn't super familiar with, and it's a Greek goddess. So that's one of her signs, though, is like deers and skulls specifically, and also keys and locks, and being able to like unlock consciousness, as well as being able to like unlock sort of self-empowerment and energies within yourself. So
yeah, but didn't she come to you in a dream? Or a meditation?
Meditation. Yeah, I was meditating and she popped in and I was like, oh, confirmation. Hello. Like it was like a very gentle and like a very nice introduction, and sort of like a hello, like those were gifts, yes, they came through your friends, but they were kind of for me. Like,
yes.
So yeah, it was a really very cool experience. I don't think I've had that kind of a strong introduction to a spirit guide before. So it was very cool for me to be able to have that opportunity.
Yeah. And then, so like she said, so the spirit guide came in to start working with Lonnie and basically brought her the gifts of her spirit guide animal, her spirit totem animal, but through her friends. Yeah. So she actually gave them ideas and inspirations to bring these bits to Lonnie as gifts, and then came into her meditation and introduced herself. So sometimes that's how by the time you get your spirit guide's name or their energy, you'll see that they've been working with you and your people for a while, that there's this whole synchronistic connection that's run through like your crowd that ties it all together. And that's really what makes it so magical and mystical and special and sacred, when you really get your bond and your knowing with certain spirit guides. So I find the best thing for me is to meditate. Or like I said, sit in the bathtub, drink a glass of wine, whatever.
That's how we meditate.
That's how the love witch meditates.
Meditation.
I spend so much time in the higher dimensions as I work with my clients that it's very easy for me to slip in and out. So I don't spend a great deal of time meditating, but I do spend a lot of time in a hot bathtub drinking wine. So it's just that's my relaxation. And I just let myself go. I've actually been touched. I've been whispered to audibly. And sometimes that's where I get a lot of visions. Of course, the bath water helps. Water is a conductor of energy. So however you find your peace, where you can kind of like absorb into the environment around you, like feel like you're connected with the air, the trees, and everything that's, that you're not stuck in a physical body. As soon as you expand out like that, you'll start to become very aware of all the different energies, intelligences, vibrations around you. And then you'll start to actually feel, you can actually ask yourself, is this a male energy or is this a female energy? You don't have to see everything all at once, especially if you're new to seeing spirit guides or connecting with them. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, like, oh my God, what if I get it wrong? Don't even worry about it. Just like get into that space where you expand out, and then just ask yourself, does it feel male or does it feel female? And then jot it down. Okay, does it feel, old or young? Oh, jot it down, and start piecing it together in a really slow way that feels easy and fun. And it almost feels like you're making it up, but trust me, you're not. That's a lot of the way that mediumship feels until you begin to trust it and lean into it. So just write it down. And then once you get enough details, you can literally just tune in for a name or what they help you with, and it will come in like a knowing. Sometimes it won't be a picture in your mind. Sometimes you'll feel it, a sense of knowing about it. And then when you're doing it this way, I like to actually ask, okay, so you have all this stuff and you're like, okay, so this is my spirit guide. This is what they helped me with. This is the name I feel I got. I would like validation now from the universe. So I always say, give it like 24 hours or give it a week to get some sort of validation that this is real, that this really is your guide. And that validation can come in whatever clever way that the spirit guide wants to bring it to you. Sometimes you'll meet somebody in a grocery store and they'll tell you their name, and it'll be that name that you got for your spirit guide. Sometimes you'll see it in a movie or on a piece of a letter or something else. But usually they'll give you the name specifically, or they'll keep bringing you the same messages that they sent you when you were intuitively connecting with them. And those will be your validations. So once you get that, it's really good not to question it anymore, but then to begin building a rapport and just talking to them out loud and saying, hey guys, I need your help. I really want to get this done today. I'm going to kind of like write my order to the universe. I'd really like you guys to help me work on this today, and then go about your day and see what kind of magic comes in for you, like how they step in to help you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
signs and symbols are big ones.
Yes.
Big ones. Once you start being able to identify exactly what signs and symbols are associated with which of your spirit guides are popping in, it's like the lines of communication are just like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe it's keys, maybe it's feathers, maybe it's,
Number combination.
A number combination,
Yeah.
a smell. Like there's so many flowers, there's so many different kinds of signs and symbols. And yeah, absolutely. As soon as you start connecting with those vibrations, it pops in and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's my spirit guide, like confirmation or all of it. It's very cool.
And it gets easier and easier to just identify them and to know that they're around you. And it took me a great deal of time in my own life before I recognized that I had so many spirit guides and angels around me. I went through many different periods when I felt like completely alone and not supported. And
you're never alone.
I know, but I did.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, but I felt like that when I was younger. And there were times when I was so scared and felt hopeless. And then once I learned and really had amazing experiences, my whole belief system changed, my whole paradigm changed. And then I realized all those moments when I thought I was so alone, I was so scared. I actually had a huge team standing by, watching me, supporting me, embracing me, comforting me. They're like, you can't see this now, but we're guiding this new person in who's going to really shapeshift your life, who's going to inspire things in you, who's going to help you create, who's going to help you get on your path. So don't give up. We've got them coming. They're like arranging all these things that we can't see when we're physical and when we're not tapped in. So I just wanted to offer that to you. If anyone's going through that, or if you've been through that in the past, please know you're not alone at all. And your spirit team is totally working on your behalf to align you with the right mentors, teachers, lovers, information, everything.
I actually love that. I want to add to that because it's like they are here to help us be aligned with our path. And sometimes that is through spiritual connection directly with them, but also sometimes that is them aligning you with people in this world, on this plane of existence. They're going to line you up with teachers and people that will come into your life to show you things, certain lessons. It's not always going to be a direct teaching. Sometimes it is through them being able to sort of make those connections for you and be that sort of middle ground.
And that is exactly how they're working with your soulmate.
Oh, yeah.
So so if you didn't tune in the very beginning, I was talking about this new opening with the Great Conjunction with being, in the age of Aquarius, the planetary changes that we're going through. It has literally created this huge, beautiful opening. And here's what I see. Soulmates raining down. Soulmates are raining down for the plucking, right? Oh my God, it's like the perfect, most dynamic time for you to be calling in your soulmate, and your spirit guides can help you. Your spirit guides want you to be with your vibrational match. They want you to be in love, because that's how you do your best work on the planet. That's how you become the fullest, best expression of yourself. So ask your spirit guides for help with this. Even if your spirit guide is a loved one who has passed, who's committed to stay with you as a spirit guardian, oh my God, those ones especially are helping you bring in your soulmate to love. So remember, there's no jealousy in heaven. They want to bring more and more love to you. They want to surround you with love in all ways. And some little things that we talk about here on the Love Witch is make sure you're wearing your pink. This is the soulmate color. This is why I wear it. This is why my whole world is turning into pink. So I really encourage you to get some pink just to signify let your spirit guides know, yes, I'm looking for my soulmate. Yes, I'm ready for my soulmate. And I don't want to say who, so I'll keep it anonymous, but I have been getting some really great confirmations that people are wearing pink underwear, pink bras, little pink things that are making them feel a little extra sassy as they go about their day. And yes, this calls in the energy of your soulmate. So it doesn't have to be on the outside like this. You can light your pink candle. You can wear pink underwear, whatever it is. Bring some pink in. So signify you're ready for your soulmate. You're ready for this love. And even if you're with somebody, you can still enhance that soulmate bond and really get into that sweet soulmate energy together, especially if you've kind of moved apart from each other because life gets busy and things get hectic. Start activating the soulmate vibration with your pink. Okay. And you can actually help bring your sweet lover back to you, be more closely connected with your partner. So be sure you do that, and be sure you share it, please, if you want to. Not with the underwear and bras, but anything else. Take a picture of yourself, put yourself on social media, anywhere, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you want to, and do hashtag the love witch, so that we can start like creating this huge board of people wearing pink, calling in their soulmate. Let's get connected. Okay, so that's how your spirit guides will be helping you bring in your soulmate.
So you got a question from Kim.
Yeah.
Can you have more than one soulmate?
Yes, thank you, Kim. Such a great question. Absolutely. So when we have like a life partner soulmate or lover soulmate, absolutely. We have unlimited soulmates. We don't only just have one soulmate. In fact, we have multiple options, more so now than ever before. And one of the things that happens when we come in, we have a certain group that we're like, okay, and you're all friends and we all love each other. We're all connected. So we're like, okay, so you, see you in the next life. Boom, and then we get to meet and play and see if our lives can intertwine. Sometimes it doesn't, or sometimes they just become a friend and not a lover. Sometimes they do become a companion. And then sometimes they die. But that doesn't mean we ran out. There's never any limit to how many soulmates we can connect with. There's many more on the other side, and from all our previous lifetimes that are like, me, pick me, shoot, send me in. I want to come in, and they'll come in and join their life experience with you at whatever place you're ready for them. So unlimited, okay? There's going to be ones that move you in different ways, that that can be more friend, more mentor, some that are just hot, sexy lovers, and then some that are going to be really great companions for like really building a solid life with. So just be clear about what kind you want, and then look for the identifying markers about how they show up, because they will show up with more stability when you're calling in a life partner soulmate. But yes, and I know you are like right in the zone. Okay. So let those soulmate energy rain down over you. Call it in, just claim it, and wear your pink and keep loving yourself. Yes, you're gonna have a soulmate soon.
Quick reminder, everybody, we're going to be doing the Love Charm Bag giveaway today. If
Yes.
you still want to win a Love Charm Bag and draw in that
Yep.
amazing energy into your life to attract a soulmate, type in hashtag Love Charm Bag in the comments so we see it.
Yep.
We know you want it. We know that's what you're looking for. You're trying to attract that energy into your life. Let us know. We're going to pick somebody pretty soon here.
Yeah, just a few minutes.
So let us know in the comments. Hashtag Love Charm Bag. Give us a heads up. We should probably do like advice or questions?
Well, no. I want to see like somebody else. Did anybody else have any questions about soulmates?
Yeah, we can take questions.
Can you go scroll through that and see?
Yeah.
Let's see if you guys have any other questions about your spirit guides, or soulmates, or spirit guide / soulmate, how they're helping you out.
What type of spirit guides are best to call in for mediumship?
Oh, okay. Who has that
The
question?
Moon Mermaid.
Oh, wonderful. Moon Mermaid. When you're developing your mediumship, you will have a very specific mediumship guide that steps in to help you with this. So depending on your family of origin, it will be native to that country is who will come in, because they were more closely connected with the ancestors, with the ancestor spirits. And that's what mediumship is about. So, it's not unusual for many people here in America to have Native American spirit guides that will step in and help with mediumship. But you could have, any kind of different cultural. Have you had any other different ones for mediumship, honey? I know you had that strong, Joe, that really funny one that would always ride in on his horse.
Yeah. He was a goofy.
Yeah, he was
guy for
super
sure.
funny.
Very dramatic. Every time he would ride in, it was funny. He seemed to be more Native
Yes.
American.
Yeah.
But when he would ride in, he would almost dress up in costume. So there were times where I'd see him like on a chariot, like a Roman
Yes.
So it was like he had this sense of humor about him where he would kind of like dress up and like show me different. But I think that's the important thing too, is that we can connect with a culture, we can connect with an identity of a spirit guide, but at the end of the day, we're all connected.
Yes.
And that's kind of the beauty of it. And it's showing a reverence for that culture and where they're from, but also remembering that we're all united, we're all one energy. And that's kind of beautiful too. So I think that's a part of what his message was for me, coming in, but also being able to sort of identify that.
Yeah.
Sure. And just, it's cool to be able to connect with a guide from different places and locations and times, and learning about that helps you learn about, other civilizations and energies, but also learning about yourself. And I think that's a big part of what they teach. And I love that.
Yes. So like I used to do readings a lot. Well, Lonnie and I, we'd always practice on each other. So I'd connect with her, and every single time her guide, and he had a really long, very much more, what would you say the name was?
I don't even. It
was like more like a sound. It was like, something that we wouldn't normally say. It's not in the English language. So eventually he just said, "Call me Joe." So he had to dumb it down for us a little bit. And really, it doesn't matter, because whatever you call them, even if you have their name wrong, they already know that you're connected with their energy. So they really don't care if you call them the right name. The name is kind of irrelevant. They've been so many names over so many lifetimes. So a lot of times they'll tell you their soul name, or they'll just give you a nickname to call them to make it easier to identify and for our minds to kind of wrap around and connect to. But every time I would connect with Lonnie to see her spirit guide, he would always come in like she said, riding a chariot or like a black stallion, and he'd come in like zoom. He
loved the drama.
Yeah, he'd come in like panning around like he was in a big dramatic movie, and then be like, "I'm Joe." And then he'd get down to brass tacks and start giving advice and stuff. But it was like so funny. I'm like, what a dramatic guide you have, So mine is like White Hawk, and he helps me with my mediumship. And he is also Native American. In fact, I've got this one here. I think I've shown this before, but just in case. So White Hawk, you can see in his eye, this eye actually has a scar on it, a wound. So this was a past life connection that I have had with this spirit guide. And he immediately stepped in. I had been seeing ghosts and having experiences, and I wasn't developing it yet. But as soon as I decided to develop it to help other people and to get more information from the spirit world, he stepped in. And when Lonnie connected with him for me, I felt his energy in my heart immediately, and I started crying. And I was literally thinking, like, what is wrong with me? I should not be having this emotional response to him. But it was super heartfelt. So I would say he's a spirit guide who is also a soulmate. We were very, very closely linked in a past life. We'd both been through the same battle. He was a mentor to me. No, how did I have that? I was a mentor to him in a past life and died, and he got injured. And in this life, he came back and is my mentor. So it's really beautiful how we change roles. And when our spirit team has been with us for a long duration, the bond that we have, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. So
I love that too, because it's at the end of the day, we're all just souls and energy.
Yeah.
It's easy to get kind of wrapped up in like what they look like, who they are, where they're from, because it's fun. It's cool to be able to have that connection to them. But
it makes it more personal.
It makes it more personal, helps us understand, and also how they present themselves to us says a lot about what we're learning and who we are at the time that they come into our lives.
Yes. Yeah. And I'll show you this one too. I've got this one. When you did the one spirit guide reading for Bob, his was also Native American. Oops, there we go. So he also had a Native American, and he was doing my mediumship class. So this guide stepped in for him. And what was so cool about it is this bunny is a spirit guide soulmate, a totem animal, right? The funny thing is, so she painted this and delivered it to him, and he was blown away because he said his entire life, it's all about the bunnies. Everywhere he's lived, growing up on the farm, bunnies. Every single morning under his car, the bunny goes, every single day of his entire life. And he's like, wow, because this was a pretty new concept for him. He's like, I didn't realize it, but as soon as I saw that bunny, it made so much sense. The bunny has been with me my entire life. So that's how we kind of, once we figure it out, it makes sense. So it's not ever going to be something that you can't relate to. It'll be either a new opening of energy that comes in or something that you relate to having experienced your entire life. And that's what makes it really more meaningful and impactful for you. Okay. Anybody else on that topic? Hi, Maria. Nice to see you. We have more people joining us, Mary. I just want to make sure to give a shout out. Teacher Misa, welcome. If I missed anybody, please know I'm really thankful that you're here. And we always want to spread the love. So thank you for joining us. And anything else on that topic before we pick the winner?
Quick reminder, guys, hashtag love charm bag if
Yes.
you want to win.
Yes.
Keep typing those in the comments. You can really do like the love hearts if you want.
Yeah, we'll do a love heart. While Lonnie is selecting the winner, she's like going through all that. I'm going to pick a quick love heart for you and see what we've got today. All righty. Let's see what we've got coming up. Okay. Looks like, can you see it? There we go. Somebody's getting a new job. I love it. Oh, and you know what? This just occurred to me. How cool is that we're just talking about the spirit guides coming in right now at this opening to help you find your soulmate and to come in this big new opening of the Earth's consciousness, and how this new energy is coming in. And your spirit guides that are being called in right now literally have a new job. They're literally being called in to work with you in a different way than ever before. You're all getting new ones because this opening is creating the need for it, this new time space that we're experiencing. So they literally have a new job to work with you. But also I'm feeling and sensing many people getting new jobs. So make sure you put your information out there. Make sure you're also being open-minded to finding something that really makes you happy. That will help you stay on your path. When we select things that bring our vibration down, we're not happy, we're feeling stuck and stagnant, that energy will spread over the rest of your life too. So either shift your perspective on the job you're doing by choosing to make it a happy place while you're there, or put all your energy and time into getting the job that you feel would make you happy. It's very imperative for your heart, for your energy, for being with your soulmate, that you are in this space of love. So with regard to that and that new job, surround yourself in love with the job you have, or pursue something that will light you up in your heart. Okay. But I feel some new jobs. I feel some really great opportunities coming, some things that are kind of what you've been doing, but in a different, I almost said different department, but a different area. You might still be doing some of the same skills, but in a different way for a different type of product or company. And it just feels more favorable, feels more favorably, if it feels more financial, better financially, can't speak. Feels like it's more favorable in several ways, energetically, with your peers or the people that oversee you. And it feels like it's a little bit more money. So I love that. I also feel a lot more creative energy coming down for people that are doing side gigs. I feel like that's helping them really get in alignment, get in the zone with what's important to them. And I'm feeling quite a bit of abundance coming in for several people. I see new cars, new houses, new things. I feel like travel must be going to be on the verge of opening up, because I'm seeing a lot more travel too. I'm seeing a lot of travel. So yeah, so this is, let's get those new jobs. Let's get jobs that allow us to be creative and flexible so we can enjoy vacationing and doing jobs from our computers while laying on the beach and all that good stuff. Okay, did you pick someone live?
Yes, we're going to do Candace Smith.
Oh, Candace. Yay, Candace. Wonderful. Congratulations. You're the winner of the Supercharged Love Charm Bag. We can't wait to send this to you. Lonnie, can you connect with her and make sure you get her address?
Yeah, Candace, feel free. It looks like you're tuning in from Facebook, so feel free to shoot us a message directly. We'll reach out to you if we don't hear from you. But
Yes.
send us an address just to mail the Love Charm Bag to you.
Yes.
If you guys wanted to win but didn't win this week, please tune in next week to pick a new winner every single week. So make sure you're checking in every week to see.
And we did have the winner from last week. She lives locally, and I was not able to connect with her this week because she was going through some stuff that she needed some time for. And so I'm looking forward to connecting with her and dropping hers off in person. We'll make sure that they always get delivered, because this is, like I said, our way of spreading the love and just letting you all know that you're connected to something bigger. And it's not just us. It's just like the biggest heart in the universe, this new opening, this energy, your soulmate, your spirit guides, everything is working in your favor. Everything is working with you and for you to support you and your love and your vibration here and the work you came here to do. And I don't even want to call it work, because it's more like play, but it's impactful and beautiful. And it's also very exciting to be here with you right now in the age of Aquarius. It's super exciting that you guys are all here with us at the same time. We all chose this. So I like to end the show on that note, maybe.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yes, thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. All right, bye-bye. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.